Hello, my name is Payam Hajjarian, and I am entering my podcast for EDSE 241 at San Jose State University. So over the course of this class, I've actually come a long ways with developing better technology within my classroom and just becoming more knowledgeable on using technology. When I first started the semester, I had the just very basic knowledge of technology. So I had pretty good awareness of how to use different programs such as Word, PowerPoint. I had some familiarity with Google Docs. I am able to do cooperative lesson plans for my students and have them collaborate and work on assignments such as creating PowerPoints for classroom presentations. That said, however, I didn't have an in-depth amount of knowledge on using Word or PowerPoint. I had just the very basics. Same with Excel. And what I noticed right away from this course is that having to do the Word assignment, the PowerPoint assignment, and the Google Docs and the graphic organizers, a lot of those things are things that I think if a teacher or anyone for that matter simply looks into, they can find instruction on how to do it. So I think a lot of times we, as teachers, go into fearing that it's a difficult task to do, and if we don't have guidance or someone to support us as a resource, then perhaps we might give up and say if it's too difficult for us, then we may not do it in the classroom. But I think if we keep an open mind, and in my case with those assignments, a lot of the information that I didn't know how to do, although the content on the D2L website did provide me with information on how to do it, I noticed that when I'm on Word and I can't do something, if I look for it, go to the help section and type it up, it's easily accessible. So all the little things that I felt like I couldn't do before, I could do now. And then going back, I realized that really just putting an effort into finding out how to do it was really all it took. So not letting fear stand in the way of learning, I think is really important. Some of the other things that I had to do over the course of this class that I was not familiar with, that I feel like I have a really good understanding of now. Doing graphic organizers, I think to get students to buy into the classroom and what the teacher is teaching, I think it'd be really important to use technology as much as possible. A good example would be to do a graphic organizer um, rather than just giving them a handout. I think that's something that some students may buy into more, be better engaged with, and be more motivated to perform. I really enjoy doing the blogs. That's something I hadn't imagined doing before, and it might be something that I might potentially look into to doing down the road with my students next year. I think a website, I never pictured myself making a website, and it was a lot of work. But I noticed that it's really beneficial to know how to do it. Although still there's a lot more that I'd like to learn. I think just simply making a website wasn't something I never imagined doing. So I enjoyed that aspect of this class as well. And the podcast, of course, again, something I didn't picture myself doing, but I could definitely see how some of these things would, if implemented correctly in a classroom, would really raise engagement and have students kind of buy in, be more motivated, and I think use a different aspect of the class and be able to kind of engage some students that may have not otherwise been engaged in the classroom. So using that multi-modality approach of universal design for learning and being able to incorporate that into your curriculum to ensure that students are able to uh, show different ways of comprehension. I think that's really important. So again, kind of to recap, I think with me personally, what I realized over the course of the semester is that a lot of the things I was afraid to do, I didn't know how to do, and was kind of iffy about even touching or trying. I realized that if you just have some guidance and you seek that support and you try your best, you're more than likely going to learn about it and kind of put that fear away. And I think that's something that we as teachers need to look into and look to use more technology in the classroom by using the approach of universal design and try to use the assistive technology that we have access to around us to incorporate that into the curriculum that we have in our classroom and to raise students' engagements. And hopefully that will lead to higher academic achievement. So I've had fun this semester. Thank you very much for the opportunity to join this class. I appreciate it. Thank you and take care.